In my teens, I would spend many happy hours alone on the bridge. Although fishing was still a hobby of mine, it was to become just a passing phase in my life. One cold November morning, I was standing on the bridge and preparing to cast my line out. The pavement was a very narrow one, and my attention was focused firmly on the safety of any pedestrians who were passing by. Consequently, I was not looking out over the river, which turned out to be a big mistake. I watched as my line sailed through the air, gliding upwards, and then downwards it slowly began its descent into the water. I awaited that resounding plop sound that fishing lines make when they plunge into the murky depths below. Total silence. No, plop. The fishing line now seemed to be suspended in midair, and it was with a gasp of horror that I realized what had happened. I had failed to notice that right underneath the bridge, the local lifeboat had been executing a turning procedure, and my fishing line was now attached firmly to one of its masts. The lifeboat slowly straightened, and with engines roaring, it started to creep away from the bridge to begin the journey up the river. I suddenly realized that it was also taking my line with it. This could be serious. Within a minute or so, the line would be all gone, followed closely by my fishing rod. And if I was still attached to it, then it would be taking me as well. There was only one thing I could do. That was to cut my line. Later that day, the boat returned to the quayside, and I was met by a very sullen skipper. He handed me an extremely large bundle of knotted fishing line and said, with a deadpan voice, "Yours, I believe." A few days later, in the school playground, a group of excited youths came over to me. "Are you the lad who caught the lifeboat?" "Yes," I replied. But it was too small, so I threw it back.